Listen to this. Sometimes you find it hard to talk to women. Today, I sat with a mother and a son, and we were having a conversation, and the son expressed himself, and I felt like the mother wasn't being receptive of what he was saying because she was being very defensive. So the mother said, as a man, you should be this way, you should be that way, you should be this way. Then he looked at her, simply said, Mom, I don't have a dad. And he said, the hardest thing about hearing you telling me how to be a man is when I watch you get intimate with men that aren't the example of what you're telling me to be. And she said, what you say? He said, look at your boyfriend. You're telling me that a man don't move into a woman's place, but your man do. You told me a man don't borrow a woman's car, but your man do. You telling me a man works hard, but your man don't. She said, so he said, realistically, everything you're telling me to do, you don't hold your man to that same standard. So he said, I'm not trying to make an excuse or justify anything. He said, but I think you should evaluate what you're telling me because you're telling me to be something and not showing me by dating the example of what you're telling me to be. So you're saying you're going to be exceptionally accept a guy that's not what you're telling me to be, but you don't hold your man to the same standards of what you hold me to. And if you think about that, ladies, that is diabolical. That's the thief telling the thief not to steal, right? That is the hypocritical thing of all hypocrisy. You have to live and stand by what you're telling your child by getting an example. And if you do find a man who is not the example and you accepting a man that's not the example of what you're telling him, you a hypocrite. And the sad part is you're confusing that child because you're telling him to be this, but you're accepting this. And that goes for men too, if they choose women that aren't the examples of what they want their daughters to be. Don't let this go over your head.